Hey y'all, hey, it's Patty with Giddy Things. I'm here for day 131 of our 5 minute in name only exercise encouragement. How are you? I am doing well. Thank you. So yeah, whoo, I'm tired. I am tired. Last night was my Zepbound shot night, which I put in a longer form video that I made earlier. And I've been really tired today. I exercised for 15 minutes today. I had cut it short because not because I felt bad, but because there was something else that I needed to do. And I was like, you know what? I don't want to wait any later. I had waited kind of late. So I did 15 minutes. I'm totally happy with that. That's 3 times the suggested in name only 5 minutes. So that's fine. I got a lot of exercise yesterday, and again, I'll try to do it tomorrow and we'll see what happens. Anyhow, all that aside, I'm about to have a lean cuisine sweet and sour chicken. It's one of my favorite tastes when it comes to frozen food. I decided not to have one of the little pizzas, which I really like, tonight because sometimes that can mess with my tummy, especially just the day after the shot. I've said this before, but it really is something that I hope can change in the future. I'm very grateful to be on the GLP-1 journey, but I'm also extremely apprehensive every time I come to take the shot because I know it's probably going to make me feel bad. I hope and I prepare for it to not to do that. I sound like Mater from Cars when they're like, Mater, what did I tell you about fraternizing with the whatever? And he goes, to not to. And I want it to not to, but it does. And that's okay. I feel pretty good now, which typically, the day after would be off and on icky all day long. I was able to go down and help the disembodied voice with something, and all that worked out. But yeah, it's bittersweet. I'll just put it that way. It's bittersweet to take the injection because I just seem to keep having the side effects, and some people do. That's not outside of the realm of what happens with GLP-1s. Just to be totally, fair, please be sure to check with your doctor before you exercise or before you start taking any kind of medication. Make sure it's prescribed to you by a doctor who knows you well. But I mean, I think it's disingenuous to pretend that the GLP-1s are without side effect or that the side effects go away for everyone. It's just not the case. I know more than one person for whom that's not true. So it's not just for me. And the side effects don't have to be dire, even though, they are for some people. That's horrible. Hope that never happens to you. Hope it never happens to me. Hope it never happens again to anyone else. But even the side effects that are just a little troublesome and a little problematic can, disrupt quality of life. And so you have to start doing this cost benefit analysis with it, right? So how much am I willing to put up with for what this has done for me? And for now, I'm not willing to give up what this has done for me for the little side effects that I'm having. And when I go see my doctor for my physical, we'll talk a little bit more about that. I'll talk to him about if there's any ways that I could mitigate what's going on that he's thought of or that other people have told him about. But for now, I'm just going to keep on trucking, as the bumper stickers and magnets and everything used to say back in the 1970s. So I'm just going to keep with it. But it isn't a walk in the park. Nothing is a walk in the park, to be honest. I mean, I saw the beautiful Michelle Obama the other day talking about this, telling us that she had on a podcast, I think it might have been on her podcast with her brother, that, what is that called? IMO or something like that, that she had told her girls this. She told her children this, that, life is not always, you're not going to be perfectly happy every moment. Like, that's not the way happiness works, right? It's not the way that life works. And it's okay for you sometimes to be struggling a little bit, as long as you know that happiness is right around the corner. And sometimes it's just a decision away. Sometimes we don't want to try, though. I don't want you ever to think that I'm trying to be superhuman, because I'm not. I'm not always cheerful. I'm not always glad about things. But when I give myself a moment to think, what I have done is to y'all, I'm tired, to have connected those feelings of discontent or unhappiness or some kind of apprehension or anxiety. I've learned to connect that therapeutically with a reflective moment to go, hey, where am I? Why am I feeling this way? What can I do to feel better? And when I give it that kind of time, I feel better, right? Because it allows me to reflect on lots of things. I count my blessings, that's part of it, but it also allows me to reflect on, you know, just, and it's difficult to put this way, but that everything isn't about me. It's not difficult for me to understand that, but it sounds like a mean thing to say sometimes when you're telling other people to go, it's not all about you. There's a wonderful moment, and I'm trying to remember who it is. I think it was Toni Morrison, the late great Toni Morrison, who pointed this out. She was like, I can't remember exactly what she said. I'll try to link her video in the description of this one, but it was something like, stop thinking about your little self all the time. Stop thinking about your little self all the time. That it's not like saying you don't matter, because you do. You matter immensely, matter as much as anyone else does. But it's trying to say, don't think that the world's turning or that the outcome of anything is based on how you feel right now. That stuff will change. The only constant thing is change. And so be aware that if you're having a moment that is blue or down, give yourself that moment and then reflect on it and think about how it could change, because we don't want to wallow, right? We don't want to wallow around in it, but at the same time we want to give ourselves kindness and time to get over whatever it is we're feeling. And sometimes when we get to the bottom of our feelings, we find out they weren't about what we thought they were about anyway. I have proselytized for long enough. I have preached for long enough. I hope you know how loved you are. Oh my goodness, you are so loved. I hope you will also go with me in peace and love to serve others. Do something special for yourself today. And please do pray for Texas, for Ukraine, for the whole world.